Adam Sanford, the cricketer, how did that all started?
Well, I'm Dominican by birth, Commonwealth of Dominica, situated between two French islands, for those of us that might not know, in the Caribbean, where cricket is what we play. Like India, cricket is a religion. I think where I'm from, cricket is our religion down there also. So
Okay.
with cricket, a little bit of soccer playing, basketball to a lesser extent. I think I grew to love cricket at an early age. I think like 12, 13. And I continue to play and love the game. And I never gave up on cricket. So I think that that's how it started at school level. And like I always say to people, I think for cricket to develop and for kids to love cricket, you gotta go cricket in the school. So that's where I started. Started from primary school into secondary school, and I went on.
It's like that. You were from a cricket-loving nation, and you started admiring a lot of cricketers. So that is how you started to love cricket, and you just started to play cricket. And in the end, you played. You represented West Indies in a Test cricket. So that is a great achievement, representing a nation in a Test cricket.
I think well, growing up where you only watch, my opportunity was to watch cricket once in a while, so on television, or most of the time listen on the radio. So I watched Ian Bishop was one of my great my heroes growing up. Always wanted to be like Bishop, bowling fast, and I guess that's where it all started. I think growing up and wanting to be like that on television one day. And as kids, we do say things, and we manifest these things, and we don't know what we do. And I think that is where it all started. I've been watching West Indies fast bowlers, watching Ian Bishop, and the love for fast bowling grew from there.
Yes. Okay, so this is how it all started. Okay, I'll just move forward to my next question now. The cricketer you admired most while developing as a cricketer, who was your role model?
Like I said, I liked Ian Bishop because Bishop was really fast. I wanted to be a fast bowler, and watching Bishop, the way he swung that ball, and the way he was fast, I wanted to be like that. So I would say Ian Bishop.
Okay, so Ian Bishop was your role model when you were developing as a cricketer.
Yes, I would say that. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Although I like the way the Pakistani Wasim Akram and Waka Yunus bowled, but I still the pace and the hostility, like the fast bowler, I would give Ian Bishop the edge and say yes, he was my hero growing up.
Okay, that is great. So I'll just move forward to my next question now. You have dismissed the likes of Tendulkar, Nazir Hussain, Michael Vaughan, and many more. Which one was your favorite? I know getting these great batsmen out is a big achievement in itself. But which is your favorite ball? Like I know that you get Nazir Hussain down the leg side, and you plumbed Tendulkar and Vaughan. So what was your favorite? Which one of these three were your favorite dismissal?
I think in the context of the game, I think Sachin would have been will be one of my favorite and best moments in wickets. I mean, I keep telling someone. I remember. I think it was in 1998 or 99. England and India were playing in England, and I went and watched that game. Sachin, Ganguly, I think. You never know where you're going to be, or where you're going to end up 2-3 years down the road, or even the next day. So watching them playing and then actually playing with them and getting him out, especially for a duck. I mean, what else can you ask for?
That was a great achievement indeed, and that was your debut series, I guess.
Yes, it was.
So getting Tendulkar out on a debut series is a rare achievement. Not everyone gets it, and you have that good thing within your pocket. You will always remember it worthwhile for till your life goes on.
Yeah, well, that is true. I think this is the moment while you're playing at that time, you don't see it as what it is until you sit back and you realize that the people you admired on TV, you actually had the opportunity to meet them and play with them. It's an experience that you will have for a lifetime. And I give God thanks every day for giving me that opportunity to play and with these great players I've admired as a youth, as a kid growing up, and actually playing with them. I mean, Sachin was growing up and listening about Sachin and Dravid and Laxman. These guys, it's like you hear about these guys, you hear the shots they play. It's all about Sachin, Dravid, Ganguly, and actually playing with them against them is just it's something you can never forget.
Okay, I will just move forward to my next question now, and it is related to this only. How was the feeling on international debut? That too against the mighty Indians. What was going all through? So the thing which you were answering actually connected my next question now. That you were selected for the debut series against India, and you know that Indian batting setup has Sachin, they have Dravid, they have Saurav Ganguly, they have Lakshman. So what was going on your mind when you were given the debut cap?
Yeah, the truth is, I at the time I never had it in my mind like we're playing against India, the great India. I figured it was just a cricket game. It's my debut playing the national cricket, and as the mere fact that I am there playing against them, that means I have some type of talent. And it's 22 yards. He has a bat, I have a ball, and we play. And I think when with an approach like that, I think it's less pressure on you. You don't put yourself under pressure to say I'm playing against the highest level of players that play in the highest level in the world, and you're coming against them. I think it's less pressure on you. So I never approach it like that. I think the time I really sat back and realized that, hey, you want to play Test cricket, you want to represent West Indies, and the time is now, was against New Zealand. It's actually, I had already played my first series and then come back and playing against New Zealand. That's when I realized, hey, you wanted to be there, and there you are now. And that was like when it took me back to when I was a kid, looking at the television, your picture up there, your name is on there, and you're like, wow. So playing my debut was just like, to me, it was just another game.
Okay, I must say that you had a very cool approach. You didn't think like there is Tendulkar, there is Lakshman, there is Dravid. You thought you thought they have a bat, I have a ball. So I feel that your approach was very much cool, and it's a very good advisory to the new players who are just coming in. So that for the debut match, you can just advise them. I really love this thing from your side.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so next question now. Your all-time favorite bowling spell?
I saw this question. It came up a few times, and the truth is, I really don't to say I have a all-time favorite. I think all the spells I enjoyed a lot was in Jamaica against Sachin, Laxman, Dravid, and Ganguly, which I think I got Ganguly out caught on the fence. And it's like a plan. You talk to players, you talk to them, and then you go out there, and while you're playing with them, you set a trap, and it actually worked. I remember very clearly, like Ganguly was facing Dillon, and he hooked Dillon for 4. So I was on mid-off, so I went to him and I tell him, why don't you do that to me? why don't you do that to me? He watched me and he laughed who are you? So, and then I went to bowl, and I actually ponged him, gave bouncer, and he hooked, and he got caught on fine leg by Dillon. And I watched him, and I said, I told you, if I shrug, I told you, So to me, it's like mind games.
That's how legends feel, and you have something.
Yeah, it's just mind game.
Yeah. Yeah, please, you can.
No, like I said, it's just mind games. It's not like you're being aggressive or you're sledging. It's just like the simple talks, like you could do to him. Why try me? Take me on. And then I think West Indians, I think a lot of West Indians, I did that before in the Caribbean itself, and West Indians, to me, they are compulsive hookers. They will duck one, they will duck two, but the next one, they will hook again. And it's up to you to just be persistent. Yeah.
That's the typical West Indies attitude. This is how the Caribbean players are. They're so cool. And so it's like that all spells are your favorite, but still the spell against India in which you dismissed Ganguly, Dravid and Lakshman was your favorite spell. All right?
Yeah, that was, I would consider my favorite, yes.
Okay. I'll just move forward to my next question now. Your favorite for the T20 World Cup next year in 2021? There's a T20 World Cup that is set to be played in India now. So your favorites for that tournament? What's your call?
You know, most times I try not to pick favorites up front. I mean, I'm West Indian. I'd love to support my team. But I also know I've got to be realistic and see that, you know what, we are struggling as it is. We are struggling. I know there are times that when it comes to the big games, we do show up at the big games. But this time around, I think Australia. I like Australia. I like India. But to say this is going to be my favorite, this time I tend to I'll stay on the fence right now on that one.
Okay, so it's a throw of a dice between Australia and West Indies.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like I said, I love my team. I love my West Indies team. But like I said, you've got to be realistic with the way they have been performing lately. You know that it's got to be a challenge. So you got to be realistic about saying this is my favorite. This is the favorite in the World Cup. Nah. Let's just wait and see.
Of course, you're right. You're right. But what's your call? Take on India. Are India the good contenders? They are playing at their own backyard.
India have always been strong in India, and that's no doubt. But you have the other teams, like if you look at Australia, that's the powerhouse. You have England and India that always have been a challenge, even in India itself. So I think India, and I love India and Pakistan games. I think a lot of Indians, a lot of Pakistan love that rivalry. To me, that's always a finals itself. So
I hope you support India when it's India versus Pak. I hope you support India.
I got a lot of Indian friends. I got a lot of Pakistani friends. So I try to be, I love good cricket. So I support both. I support good cricket. That's just what it is.
Okay, great. Okay, my next question is just the same. Okay, it's for the ICC Test Championship. Whom do you feel can win the baton? This is an inaugural championship. So you said you don't like to pick the favorites up front, but still, as you're there on my show, I would love to know, as per your views, which team is the favorite for ICC Test Championship? Just say your team. What do you feel?
Test, I think. You look at Australia. I think I would give Australia edge because Australia have been performing at the top, like really, really well, and India itself has been up there. And you look at even England and New Zealand. New Zealand is a team that we don't emphasize much on them, but they creep up. They always come up on top. Somehow they find their way at the top. So but I would give Australia the edge. I think I'll give Australia the edge on that one. See what happens.
Okay, you're so right that New Zealand are a team that no one just focus on, but still they are a team which eventually becomes a team to beat in the tournament. You can see in 2015 World Cup, in 19 World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
even in 2016 ICC T20 World Cup, I remember they were winning continuously all the matches, and all of a sudden they lose to England in semi-finals.
Mm-hmm. So you see, that's the thing. You come as the underdog, and people don't really look out for you, and then next thing you know, you're right up there. I never thought New Zealand would have been in the finals with England in the World Cup finals this year. Everyone was India, Australia, even West Indies,
England, and yes.
Yeah.
So as per your views, Australia are the favorites to win the T20 World Cup as well as the ICC Test Championship.
Yes.
Okay. Good pick, I must say. They are just going strong.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, the next question. Okay. It's related to you only. The reason behind your move to Cricket USA, you were representing West Indies. And after a few years in 2005 or 6, I guess you just moved to Cricket USA. So what was the reason behind it? Could you tell us today?
Well, I think, me personally, I believe that after a certain time in the Caribbean, playing professional cricket, you got to let go. you got to know when to fold, or like you say, when to let it go or give it up. And I got injured. First class, and then I met my wife now, my girlfriend then. She's American, and then we decided to she come to the Caribbean, or I come to the US, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna come to the US, and we came here, we got married, and that's why I'm here.
Okay, so the family reason is a basic reason behind moving to Cricket USA.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that is great. I wish you have a good married life future ahead.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll just move forward to my next question. It's related to the T20 cricket that the West Indies really love to play. How T20 cricket has changed the strategy of fast bowlers? You being a fast bowler, how do you take it as?
I think cricket, especially T20. I've always said that cricket, T20 is a batsman game, and with fast bowlers, you come, especially T20, you have to be able to develop strategies, techniques, improve. You got to do that a lot. You got to improvise, and I think this is where the fast bowlers all over the world, and they bowl. I think you have maybe never seen like slower ball bowl a lot before. A lot of fast bowlers now comes with a slower ball, and this is what makes fast bowling different. And now in T20, I know that people might might disagree, but I still think that the T20 has done a lot to Test cricket. It has done a lot. I think a lot of players now don't want to play Test cricket right now because they figure it's too long and it's nothing in it for them. But I think that Test cricket is the how you call it, epicenter of cricket. I think if you don't play Test cricket, you have not really played cricket. So I think the fast bowlers, especially in the Caribbean, wickets are not conducive. They are not making them conducive for fast bowling in the Caribbean. So you'll find a lot of fast bowlers decide to, you know what, I'd rather go to T20 because I only bowl 4 overs and that's it. So that's my take on it.
Okay, so this is all right. So do you feel that T20 cricket has added a lot of more variations to the fast bowlers, and basically Test cricket is something which is close to you. You like Test cricket more.
I do love Test cricket. I love to bowl. I love to bowl. So I could bowl for a whole day. I think I can still do it now. So I honestly love Test cricket because I believe that you bowl longer, you enjoy yourself, you enjoy it more. So T20 is a pressure game for a fast bowler. You got to be on from ball 1. Whereas Test cricket, you relax and get warm and then get into the groove.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I'll just move forward to my next question now. So your favorites for this year, CPL and IPL. This is Caribbean Premier League and IPL. Your favorite teams this time. It's not about whom do you think you can win. I know in T20 leagues, any team can win any day. But what's your favorite team in Caribbean Premier League and the Indian Premier League? That is going to be held in August, and CPL in September. We have IPL.
Yeah, the truth is I've always liked the Jamaica Talawas and the Amazon. The Warriors. I always liked this too. I know the last outing the Talawas didn't have a good show up, didn't show up at all. But exactly. I'm hoping that this time around they will bounce back and do the homework and get ready for CPL. I honestly think that they're the two teams I really root for, these two teams. And IPL, I always like Mumbai. Mumbai is a team I will say things about Mumbai, but I do like Mumbai and Chennai Super Kings. I think these two teams, I like them. I like Royal Challengers. I like to see them. I like to see them in action. Like Chris Gayle was with them, and that was one of my big fans out there. So I like them, but for some reason they never made it. They never made it the way make us happy in the end. So I think Mumbai and Chennai Super Kings, they're the two teams I would look out for.
Okay, so Jamaica Talwas for CPL and Mumbai Indians for the IPL.
Yes.
Okay, we have a question from Karun, Jethi. He has played cricket for Canada cricket team for a long time. So he's asking, why is West Indies producing more T20 player compared to any other format?
I think it's simple because the players are interested in getting. They don't want to be in the sun for too long.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the reasons, and I think a lot have to do with the finances that come with T20. Most players they want to make a living and want to make a living fast. With IPL all over the place, T20 games, tournaments all over, with opportunities to cash in. You find players trying to capitalize on that. So I think this is the reason why you're getting more T20 players than other formats of the game.
Okay, that is great. Okay, so this is the reason behind. At the moment, the players want to like bowl less. They just want more money in less time. It's like that.
That's the bottom line.
Of course, yeah. Okay. I'll just move forward to my next question now. Okay, so that was not my question. That was a question from Karun Jethi. He is a player from Canada. He has played for Canada. Okay, so I'll just move forward to the next question now. Whom do you think as the best fast bowler currently? There is a race for a Fab 4 in batting, but we don't talk about much about fast bowlers. So I feel there is a race going on between Pat Cummins, Jasprit Bumrah, Kagiso Rabada, and Trent Bolt. I'm talking about all the formats. Okay. So whom do you think is the best fast bowler taking all the formats in the note? Is it Pat Cummins, Jasprit Bumrah, Kagiso Rabada, or Trent Bolt? What's your call?
I like Bolt. Bumrah, I honestly, he's different. I think he's the only person that has a run up the run up he has, and generate the pace he does. I honestly think, he's up there. So Bolt, I think honestly, Bolt, Cummins. Listen, these are four names. These are four top names you called, and I think they're all different in their own way, for their own country. But Pat Cummins, Bolt, I think these two there, I would give these two the top A up there.
Okay, so your take is Bolt or Pat Cummins?
I would say I say Pat Cummins when you sit down and you actually analyze it.
Okay, so you like the Trent Bolt, you like Jasprit Bumrah's action, but you feel Pat Cummins is leading the baton in terms of fast bowlers if we talk about all the formats, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, that is great. Okay, so I'm done with the questions, but I just saw your post earlier part in the day, and you mentioned that want to know about something happened in South Africa in 2003. So do you have a story you want to tell all of us here?
No, it's just a lot of people knew what happened, and it's just talk, Facebook talk, and I figured get people involved to know what really happened, what Adam is talking about, and it's just the series I went down. We went out. I think that was my last. No, that was my series for my last for West Indies, and
okay,
it was a good series. we lost handsomely against the South African team, but I think that was my first experience playing for West Indies in South Africa.
Since last 20 years, West Indies cricket has struggled in Test cricket, especially. I know Jason Holder is doing a good job as a captain of the Test team at the moment, but still, you see, Shai Hope failed to perform in England. Otherwise, they should have won the series in England. They were leading the series from the start, and they just have thrown it away. And Craig Brathwaite has is just gone out of form since last few series. I have been watching him, and I used to admire his batting patience, but still he is just gone off the radar since last 3-4 months. 3-4 series I have been watching him. So I think so. This is the reason. That is why West Indies cricket is lacking. They have got a good players, but they perform for some time. But after some time, they just don't just perform on the important moments, crucial moments.
One of the things I've always said is that it's all about being complacent. You work hard to make the Test team. You train hard. You put in the work to make the team. You are on the team, and then you decide to just relax. So you cut back on the work, your work you put in. You figure I'm here. Well, one of the things I've always said is that it's harder to stay there than to get there. And I think. Right. And there are times I sit back and I look at some of my videos on which Mark Auden Mark Audin TV puts up on YouTube, and I'm like,
Yes, yes.
I do look back on some of my spell and like, you know what were you doing? You know, I honestly think I could have put more into my bowling.
Of course.
You know, and but I guess it comes with experience. Now that you're older now, you sit back and you watch them now and say, you know what, boy, maybe I should, maybe I could. But I honestly think it comes down to being complacent. I think the players that are there right now, they played hard during the first class season to reach to the top, and then when they get to the top, you see they work. If you bat for 4 hours in the net, you see them batting for 3 hours. You see them, and then that's it. So if you keep playing cricket and you want to win test matches, you cannot go and play test match and win 1 session out of 4 sessions and expect to win a test match. You got to win sessions. You got to win 3 sessions. You got to win 4 sessions to win a test match. And I think West Indies, they have been disappointed. We have been disappointed by West Indies in my time, and it happened before. It's happening now, and it will continue to happen. I think the players are there. I think you get the players, but again, you got to be consistent in what you're doing. And I don't think that the players are being consistent in producing and performing at every game.
But the team in which you were playing had great players like Brian Lara, they have Karl, and Chandrapal and Sarwan was also there. So
Yeah.
that team was much stronger. But nowadays, Jason Holder they have very talented players. But I don't know why. But Shai Hope has really disappointed me that he haven't played a single good inning in the England tour, and that was a great opportunity to win the Richards Batham Trophy for West Indies. They have a good and they are just thrown it away. I feel in the second test they were doing well, and they could have saved the test.
They could
And
have,
if
but
they
again,
have saved that test, yes.
And this again, like I said, it comes down to consistency. You cannot you bat the first innings, you bat well the first innings. The second innings, you're supposed to go out and apply yourself the same way. And if you don't do that, you don't expect your first innings runs to add up for your second innings. And this is a simple way to put things, and that's how I tend to put it. You know, you go out there. No one is going out there to fail. Everybody won't go out there to perform. But when you look at the soft dismissals by most of them players, you have to ask yourself, like, what are you thinking while you're batting to play a shot you play to get out the way you get out?
Okay, so it's the thing like this only. Okay, so I'm done with my questions, and I really feel privileged to hosting you, and I feel you also must have enjoyed the session.
Yeah, I do, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to talk of cricket and experience and so on. So I wish you all the best, and I hope we can do that again sometime. And